the situation remains or seems a textbook example of ethnic cleansing.
They've been described as one of the world's most persecuted minorities. But never before had so many Rohingya been forced to leave Myanmar. Men, women and children have come under fire from the military and armed Buddhist groups. Most of the survivors now live in camps in neighbouring Bangladesh, with not much hope to return.
Military jalade jalani jarine bari ara shidiri mare dorer furader bandi loi jar goi এখন গর ফুরা দি ফেলের ল পালি এখন গর গলা দিও ফুরা দি ফেলের জল গলি আসছিলাম জল তো রাইতা আন্দার মাঝে নিয়লি মাইজর মাটি কোন বইটা তার ন দেখা মানে নাচি দি নাচি দি
Boduzon was born in Myanmar's northern Rakhine state 60 years ago. She's lived in fear of the army for as long as she can remember.
Gurataite beshi kono no jala otat aishe taishe kono mara dara no gittu enda ayara fakka jukka yara jaito goi Nilari iya motta yantu ine bosor beshi jala pura hoite beshi jala pura talana daijo hojje.
After her brother disappeared, she heard from neighbours that the army had killed him. She was left with one choice, to leave or to die. And like another 500,000 people, she decided to make the long and dangerous journey into Bangladesh, taking 3 of her grandchildren with her.
Oh ma besha kosto haddin adi murafera tadi haddin bade kulo haraiya ji oh mai kosto bole koan horibo oh mare yagarare beshi jalani guriore ariore duguriore ndila lanot guriore ashidi tento fuli duduro attaiti.
Every day for weeks, tens of thousands of Rohingya cross the border, carrying with them what little possessions they could salvage. The elderly, exhausted and bent double. The young, weaving in and out of the lines.
The situation has spiraled into the world's fastest developing refugee emergency and a humanitarian and human rights nightmare.
Halima Begum lives near the river Naf, where many of the Rohingya crossed. She witnessed the exodus for weeks.
No kamaze injildi oda onara dikka go fuaya ranga gori tele onara dikka fuaya be ki itara noya bai boron waita injil noya anlo ki fu fargarat de yo tane tulide fuani ne ode ara hada mogol attale markhale besabiri.
The number of Rohingya entering Bangladesh has now dropped. But thousands are still making the journey, mainly at night, crossing rain-drenched paddy fields and swampy marshlands barefoot. They all have their own story, but all of them witness the same violence. After arriving in Bangladesh, those who have any strength left continue their journey towards the camps. Others seek shelter wherever they can, like in the grounds of this mosque, or inside its squalid outhouses. They were met with nothing when they arrived. No aid, no food, no water. Some turned to locals for help, but were often disappointed. This is what they were escaping. A clearance operation targeting those Myanmar says are terrorist groups. The tactic? Razing to the ground dozens of mainly Muslim Rohingya villages and killing, raping and torturing hundreds of Rohingya, if not more, along the way. Satellite images revealed the scale of the destruction. But Myanmar said the Rohingya themselves had set their homes alight.
Since the 5th of September, there have been no armed clashes and there have been no clearance operations. Nevertheless, we are concerned to hear that numbers of Muslims are fleeing across the border to Bangladesh. We want to find out why this exodus is happening. We would like to talk to those who have fled as well as to those who have stayed.
But with no one allowed inside large parts of Rakhine State, there's no way anyone can refute those claims. The group Myanmar says it's targeting is called ARSA, or the Arkan Rohingya Salvation Army. It attacked a number of police stations in August, and that triggered the army's onslaught. ARSA says it has no ideology, and that its only aim is to defend the Rohingya from the injustice they've endured for decades. Most of the Rohingya we spoke to told us they'd never heard of ARSA. But we found one man who was willing to talk.
Ibe bala jarala. Ibe na tayo arar bishi don shugurele to ya gula fara ide e manushin do bitara bache tene ditu. Tarare dore arar dur dur fonse je jan le re. Di bara dinja hon dinjara. Ara yan sadi bana. Ara somoti de din kisu na sajara. Bana arar dashanara ta faile pura jarure.
The state hospital in the nearby city of Cox's Bazar is inundated. 2 wards have been set up specifically for the injured Rohingya. Myanmar's military has been widely condemned for using disproportionate force against not just ARSA, but the entire Rohingya population. And the injuries we saw confirmed those accusations. Only those with injuries that are too severe for field hospitals to deal with end up here. Imam Hussein is from the Dunsar region of northern Rakhine, one of the areas the army attacked. He remembers how the army entered his village and started shooting indiscriminately. It was left up to his brothers to wrap him in a blanket and carry him to Bangladesh. Not even children like Abdur were spared. Doctors tell us that the most common injuries are bullet wounds and fractures, but we saw many others. some too severe to broadcast. The doctors are trying to cope the best they can. But their resources are overstretched.
100 more beds are coming, so our treatment is going on good. All drugs, all treatment, all doctors, medicine professor, surgery professor, for ladies, gynae and ops professor, orthopedics professor.
The Rohingya exodus puts unprecedented pressure on Bangladesh, already one of the poorest countries in the world. It now has 900,000 Rohingya to deal with. Some of them have been here since the 1990s. Bangladesh has allocated 8 square kilometres of land for the new refugees. But its official position has not changed. It ultimately wants the Rohingya to go back. But it's local Bangladeshis who've been the first to help the Rohingya, despite it affecting their own livelihoods. Rafiq sells bamboo to the Rohingya. They use it to build frames for their shelters. He earns $6 for every 100 he sells.
The
Rohingya have been living in northern Rakhine for decades. But they're considered by Myanmar to be illegal immigrants. Their citizenship was taken away in 1982, and they've been persecuted for years.
तो माने फारा दाले गुनारिलो न दाले गुनारिलो तो मिलिटारी ताबे लगा दी बोली हो दरिलो जगह मानुष हुदुम मारिवेले करा हरुदुनति कुरिला कुंदरला गुनारिलो हे खिनला इरिदे हरुदुन जेल मारिवेले.
And now many of those who have escaped have vowed never to go back.
No da yumai ebbe no da yumai mar monokol tumhara ara bede mari bolo na ara yang shanti ne to ara ke borma de to tumhara no hoya ara nyon mare ara desi shanti ara ki aga go alla yara dendila de hendila khayun no gale no khayu to ara borma no gale.
But Boduzon hopes there'll come a day when she's able to go back to the land of her birth. Other Rohingya still cling on to that same dream, even if there's no one left to welcome them. Shamim Chowdhury on the Bangladesh-Myanmar border.